There is a question about Openbox. Let's do it the long way around. Yes, you can install ArcoLinux B Openbox, which would be the best thing to do, but I have in VirtualBox XL here ready. We have the ArcoLinux tweak tool, so that means that you can install on any ArcoLinux based system. You can have Openbox, our Openbox, our configuration, our pitch on it. Control T, ATT, and we launch the ArcoLinux tweak tool. And these are the guys which we support. So all these guys are all Arch, first thing, and then they are supported. We have tested the ArcoLinux tweak tool on here. So Openbox it is. The message is a pop-up from a battery, and we're on a desktop, so it doesn't make sense. And yes, we know it's also written for guys who have laptops, so the code is in there to tell, hey, your battery's almost gonna die. So let's see if we get a pop-up. We don't see one. So up here there can be sometimes a battery pop-up saying battery low, I think is the message, something like that. Now we have tools to change the tint to, so that's important to know. This thing up here is called not way bar, it's not called i3 bar or something. It is the tint to bar. Tint to has preferences, and we have here the tint to. We can restart edit, and we can have the graphical user interface, which is the easiest way to switch between A and B, meaning you can go from something like this one, a red one, just by clicking a button. Do you really want to replace the default theme? Yes. And then you have this red thing up there. Now I don't know if I can mimic, so let's do an exit again and let's do another test. What we've done is we've added a certain package -s on some of our systems, not all, right? ArcoLinux power menu is something new that we have implemented. So install it, was not installed. Scale it, it's now in your personal directory, otherwise just move a folder, copy paste manually. This is a script. And then we have Super X and Super Shift X, and the Super Shift X is what I want to test. All is well, it's fine. We log out, sure, and then we go to Openbox here, right? Again, and see with this bar, this tint to, if we see a pop-up, and we don't. Right? So sometimes we see a pop-up, and maybe it's because we're in VirtualBox, right, that we don't see it. I would suggest to the user is say, look, to have a look at this one, tint to. This is the one we're using. That was prior, so this is the default one. That's a backup, and this is the one that actually used. If you double click it, you go in here, which is maybe something you don't want, but you could go in here because it says battery here. Hide if charge is higher than, alert if charge is lower than. I think it's going to be this one that you need to, yeah, it got a change. And maybe change it to something different. If you say 0, then you probably will never ever see it again. And apply it would be logical, right? Alert if charge level is lower than 0. It's never going to be lower than 0. So I think we'll have no more message. As you see, I can't show you the message. It's probably because of VirtualBox. Now, right mouse click is another idea. Not opening with tint to, but let's open it with a Sublime text editor. And that's also interesting, because if you make this a little bit bigger, then you can go through the code, and control find battery is down here, and you say here the same thing, so you can go and change things here, no problem. So that's fine as well, if you know what line to change, and that's all it is. So we have the low status 0, that's what I've changed. So I hope that helps hiding away a pop-up that is only shown on, well, on desktops without batteries, and is working, of course, on laptops. When the battery goes down, he'll give you a message, hey, remember to plug it back in, give it some AC power. All right, cheers.